Hello and welcome. I'm back. Godem here. Hey buddies, heard stream only. You know, I've actually kind of lost track of what number this is, but obviously this is for September 24th, 2025. And look at James over there on Twitch. All's well on the Twitchy front, and Willow is well fed. Yes, Willow is well fed. And yeah, we've got some things going on. But first of all, James, how you doing, buddy? And for anybody who's watching in the future, how are you guys doing? If you're watching this post this stream, not a member as of yet, but maybe in the future. But if you're watching it this weekend when it goes live to everyone, let me know how your weekend is going. Let me know how that's going. And also a quick, I've kind of talked about this at times at the end, but I need to be doing this at the beginning, I think. I need to be doing this at the beginning yes, this is a herd-only stream, so it's for members on YouTube and subs on Twitch. However, at this moment, although we are affiliated on Twitch, do not quite have the ability as of yet to do sub-only streams on Twitch. So if you happen to have a Twitch account, or you don't and want to, and then kind of want to dip that pinky toe into that pool, head on over to Twitch and you can watch these live with us every single Wednesday. You can watch these live every single Wednesday, up until we do hit that point, though. Once we hit that point, and I think it was like 90 days, I need to stream I think it's not. It might actually be 90 specific streams as an affiliate. I don't think it's just days. I think it's 90 unique streams is the way they worded it. That's the way that gets done. But yeah. I've got some fun planned today. That is for sure. We also have quite a bit to kind of go. Not a bit, but. You know, as always, we've got some stuff to kind of go over, so we'll do that, and then hopefully we'll get some building going here, because I have been over the last couple weeks, over the last week or so, or whatever it might be, I have been. Oh wait, what's going on here? Oh, that's not supposed to be like that. 1 second. Okay, all right. I have been doing some work within Grounded 2, and we'll at least kind of quickly go over that. But look at the first problem we have already. All this grass grew back. Now, I was in here yesterday. No, not yesterday. It was 2 days ago, or it was on Sunday, which I guess would be not 2 days ago. The grass was not here, so the grass came back, even though the most recent update specifically said it had fixed this. And then also, ironically, I mentioned before, up until the update, I have not had this issue. We cut this stuff down, and it never grew back until the update. Now, I am also on the PTB, right? The Players Test Beta of the update. So hopefully, maybe, fingers crossed, that when the official update comes out, which I think is supposed to be within a week, right? Wasn't it supposed to be end of September? Hopefully when that happens, this will get fixed. Because I even spent some time and I went underneath and cut all the stuff underneath, and that obviously is gone, or it has come back. That obviously has come back. But let's just kind of walk you through some of the changes I've made, or changes, improvements, or just things that I've been talking about for a while that I've been wanting to do and just hadn't gotten around to doing it. But yeah, you can see there's grass everywhere. There's grass absolutely everywhere. So one thing is, I kind of built this little bridge over here because I had the idea, because I had seen it, that we can turn these almost into light boxes because of the way the grass walls work. And then if you put the lights in there, they can almost turn into light boxes. So I kind of had that idea, playing around with this to see. These are obviously brighter because there's 3 on 1 versus the 1. But just playing around with the idea. I don't like the way this looks right now, as in, like, the middle's fine, but the ends are floaty. We can always put, structure underneath them, so that's one way. Or we can maybe do, like, stairs up and down. I don't know. But I was kind of messing around with that. But kind of one of the bigger things that I did here at this base that I've been talking about for quite a while is I finally moved. Now you can't tell. I mean, this is ruining it, right? Because we've cut this thing down. Which one is it? It's this one. Multiple times now. Multiple times. And it just keeps coming back. I finally moved this in. So remember, this did not have this, and it was always it was not fully enclosed. I got it all enclosed, and basically what I did is I moved the walls in, which means I also moved these walls in. So now I need to figure out, like, with this extra space, do I just move the bed over? What do we do? Blah, 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 those things. This stuff on this one I'm still keeping as of now, but we'll see what kind of goes on. And then I did the same thing because, again, moving the walls in to enclose this, we've got the walls moved in here, there, and here. Right? So that's what we're kind of looking at. Now, this does create an issue with the ground coming through here because of the level, the height that this floor is currently at. So that's a bit of a thing. I'm wondering how easy it might be to lift the entire house. I don't know how easy that may or may not be. I'm thinking the way it would have to be done is get rid of, you just kind of move each layer. Also depending on if you can, right? Depending on what's supporting it, if you can. But it looks like we could relocate all that stuff right there. Remove the layer and then raise this up, get it even, and then you got to remove the second layer, then place the first layer, then remove the third, replace the second. That type of deal. I'm guessing that could work, although I don't know. Yeah, so there's that. Also, I've kind of reorganized, made sure we had this stuff clean here. Also, these things cleared. I also moved all of these things, except for this one, to the outside to kind of get it nice and clean in here. Now, one other thing that kind of happened, though, at some point when I was doing all this and over at Entrance Base, I did some work at Entrance Base. Your boys put in some work over at Entrance Base.
Let's take a second to get our composure.
I'm with you, Willow. I'm with you. Perfect timing on that one. Perfect timing on that one because I was getting a little excited there. But somehow, some way, I lost my mantis blade. Somehow, some way. So I don't know. I thought I came through here and looked. I have a feeling I accidentally threw it someplace. And I don't know where. But that's why I'm gonna ask for your guys' help to help me. If you can see it, if you just saw it in one of those, we're gonna go over to those and check those out. We'll check all of these. If you guys happen to see it in a box or hanging up here somewhere, let your boy know, because I mean we could always remake it. Obviously, it's not overly hard to remake it and then just get it up to the tier 3. Not overly hard to do, but I'd prefer not to. Right? I would prefer not to. If we don't have to, would be preferred. Obviously, there's no weapons stored over here. Yeah, but I have no idea where that thing would have gone. Other than the fact that I may have just thrown it someplace. So yeah, so I need to determine, do I want to keep this here? Do I just move it back? Which I guess probably for now, that's probably at least what I should do, is just move it back. And I do kind of like the idea of it being back a little further than having this wall right here. This kind of sticks out here. I do actually kind of like that idea. But yeah, let's just kind of take a quick look and see, is there... I mean, I seriously doubt that I put a weapon in here, but oh no. I think I just took everything out of there. No, I did not. But it's certainly possible. So yeah, so I think part of the plan, what we're going to do today is we're going to take a look here, like we're doing now. We're going to go over to Entrance Base, take a look there so you guys can see the work that I've been putting in over there. And then we're going to go, and then we have our normal herd stuff like Quirtle. I do have a couple game trailers I want to check out. Yeah, I didn't see anything. I haven't been in this thing in a while. And then I do have an actually kind of pretty important thing to kind of review and go over, which again, I probably should be doing. Oh, I forgot I had all this food in this one. So I made a second one. Because this thing, I don't know if we did this on the last stream or if I did this in between. But this was getting full, right? Because we had a lot of this and then we're getting a lot of this stuff. So I made a second. So we actually do have quite a bit of food right now.
Tastes like crab legs.
Yeah, quite a bit of food right now.
Bottled in scenic Brookhollow.
But yeah, I am not seeing my mantis blades. But I haven't even been in the trinkets. So yeah, no, they're not there. They're not there. But I think what I do want to do though, before we head on over, because this is actually one very, very important topic. I'm actually thinking about making a video of it, a specific video, and I still may do so, or maybe I'll just do something where we just kind of cut from this. But yeah, so one thing I saw on YouTube over the last probably week or so, a ton of videos, and I do mean a ton of videos talking about. God, it's so hard to see this tab. It is so hard to see this tab. All right, talking about issues with YouTube and it's a change that they made that is supposedly hurting a lot of creators. Obviously, everyone's at a different level, and how it's hurting some people is worse than others, and it might not even be widespread. But I've just seen a ton of videos regarding this, and what it all kind of comes back to. So bear with me as I kind of work through this, because I don't fully understand everything myself either. So I'm still trying to understand it myself. But if we view the channel, and we go here and we take a look at our videos. You can see here, these are not so now these are videos, not live streams. These are strictly videos, right? So I put up the Axoboss. We've had a Fallout 4, a Fallout London, and yes, admittedly, I know I am behind on those. I'm working and trying to get those caught up. But look we have 5 days ago, 9 days ago, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, 1 month, and you see all that from a month ago, right? That's all there. Supposedly, though, what is a problem that's having is it's all around age-restricted material, or what YouTube is deeming as age-restricted material, and they're using AI now, and potentially AI is not doing the best of jobs. So, but I think it all comes around to if you look up here. So this is not just my channel. I've seen other tons of videos out there. People talking about this being the same case on their channel. So this not only affects me and other creators, but I also want to make sure you guys are aware. So if there's other creators or other channels that you're following, that you're getting to see all of the content, right? So if we come over here, click on your avatar and come down, there's restricted mode. Right now, mine is off, which mine has always been off. But I believe because of this AI, for some people, this is getting switched on. And it's all regarding age-related. So it's instead of going by, like, I guess when you set up your YouTube account, you put it in age. Instead of going by that, they're going off of using AI to determine the types of videos you watch, and then taking that and kind of correlating that and addressing that or applying that to all the different channels that you follow. Now, if I go here and I put this restricted mode to on, click that on. Look at video still the latest 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, 6 months, 7 months, 9 months. This is showing right here. I've not put up a video in 3 months, which is kind of crazy because all those other videos we already saw, right? They're all still Fallout 4 and they're all Fallout London, but there's nothing within the last 3 months and we're still on the latest tab. Now, what I didn't check is if we go over to live, I'm assuming it's still all these. Look at even on the live streams, 3 weeks, 1 month, 7 months, 1 year, and still the latest. For some reason, it is limiting what people can see. So again, this is not only, this also could be helpful for you guys if there's some creators, there are some channels you've been following and you're like, they haven't posted anything in a while, right? you might want to check this to see if this is on or off. Now, as soon as we take this to off, as soon as we click that to off, also look at it. It says, helps hide potentially mature videos, no filters, 100% accurate. Setting only applies to this browser. So that's actually kind of interesting. It's only to the browser. Restricted mode, lock Premiere, or prevents others from changing the restricted mode settings on this browser. Locked restricted mode on this browser. Interesting, they're telling you like that multiple times. But if we turn this back off, look it. Here's all of our streams. There's all of our streams, and all the videos are back. And again, that was 3 months ago for that Fallout and for the Fallout 4 in London. And look at all these are still Fallout 4 in London. I mean, unless like those videos that they were showing on the restricted mode is like just videos that were all I did was building. There's nothing that's really changed within the videos, you know. So yeah. So just kind of make sure everyone's aware. James says over in Twitch, as a software developer who just deployed a machine learning utility for senior science or citizen science, I don't trust AI with any decision making. Yeah, and evidently. It seems so. Again, no, I don't know if anyone. I don't know if people truly know for sure. You know, because no one really knows the algorithm, right? For YouTube, at least no one outside of YouTube knows the algorithm. So don't know. But I think we're this is another piece that gets interesting. Also, is people started noticing and started looking into this because they noticed an exact date when they think that this happened. An exact date. Now, some videos say August 10th. Some videos say August 13th. So it's anywhere between 10, 11, 12, and 13. And I'm sure they kind of roll things out over time, right? I don't think it's probably generally not like just a switch and it just goes for everyone. There's probably a bit of a rollout process. But what's very interesting about those dates, though, what is very interesting about those dates, and I've mentioned this, especially on these streams, these herd-only streams, is I had noticed over the course of the last 3 to 4 weeks, maybe even 5 weeks, that things have plateaued. Things have plateaued big time on views, hours watched. Well, that's all kind of correlated with views a little bit too, right? And then definitely new subs on YouTube, right? Everything pretty much everything has really plateaued big time. I went back and I looked at the data. And it all happened on August 12th, I think it was for me. I think for me it was on August 12th. Because I remember those days specifically because it was the end of Grounded 1. And so that was a Saturday when we stopped, the end of Grounded 1 before the Grounded 2 rollout. And then that Sunday I did a channel update, right? That Sunday we did a channel update. Then Monday was Grounded 2. And ever since that day, everything's been 100% plateaued, which is interesting. So who knows all what's going on? But again, if you want to make sure you're not missing something out, not from just this channel, from myself, but also from other channels, take a look at that and make sure that that is off. Obviously, of course, if you want that off, right? If that's something you want on, if you are underage and it should be on, then by all means, go with what you need for you, right? And what makes sense for you. But if you don't, just kind of a heads up on that, I guess. So I just kind of wanted to walk through that a little bit just to make sure everyone's kind of aware, because I wasn't aware of that. Was not aware at all. Yeah. So it's kind of crazy. Hopefully it'll kind of like fix itself, reorientate, cycle back. I don't know. You know what I mean? Hopefully things will kind of even out. Who knows, man? Who knows? But just kind of a heads up for everyone that is potentially something going on. Pretty widespread, it seems like. If it's AI, then no human generally knows the algorithm, not even the dev responsible. No, yeah. So supposedly, that age restriction thing is AI, right? Of what they're determining, or of who they are determining to be age restricted, supposedly is AI, from what I've seen. And obviously, those people don't know. but just the algorithm in general, right? Obviously, just the general YouTube algorithm.
Joining the proletariat.
Obviously, there's some people at YouTube. I would hope the CEO and some top level people know the algorithm, you know? But I don't think, I'm sure not everyone knows it. And of course, no creators know it, even though they'll put out videos and make videos telling you they know the algorithm. They've solved it. They've tricked it. They've done all these things. They've decoded it, but no one truly knows outside of YouTube. But even then, I think because of not wanting that to get out, I'd be willing to bet that even within YouTube, it's probably a small amount. And even then, do they really know the exact particular, you know what I'm saying? There's so much that goes into it. I'm sure there's so much that goes into it. So then, here's another interesting piece though. There's also a theory out there that I saw in a few of the videos, and again, these are just theories, right? No one knows for sure. That what they're trying to do is they, in an effort to not pay some of the large creators, that they're kind of bumping down the large creators for the smaller creators, and specifically the ones under 1,000 subs, because they don't have to pay out to those creators. And then as soon as people hit 1,000 subs, then they kind of get moved out of that pool or whatever that they're trying to push. That seems a bit much to me. I mean, who knows? But that seems like that's a bit far-fetched. But that also correlates within that time frame for me, right? It's all kind of somewhat related in that same time frame of hitting 1,000 subs, that date, and things just kind of plateauing for a bit. And hey, it could 100% be, it's me. You know what I'm saying? It could be so many different things, but it could just be, it's just me and the channel that have plateaued. I mean, who knows? But again, just want to make sure you guys are aware of that. Okay, so look at this. Look at what I have done to entrance base. Where you at? Where you at? So this is something interesting too that I've noticed on this PTB that we're on. More than ever before, enemies being stuck inside the wood here, inside the tree, the roots. There was a cockroach that was stuck in that one forever. But it seems like this larva, all right, he finally came out. Okay, so, yeah, so look at what I did. I went through and I really started to build out these stairs to the entrance to this base. You know, in the past we worked on getting this thing, right, to get up. And I mainly did that there because it was behind the caterpillar. I wanted it to be behind the caterpillar. But I don't know, man. I figured I wanted something a little more grand for this spot. I wanted something a little more grand. So look at all of that. All of this. So we can get up and down. Now, obviously, it's not complete. There's little things I need to try and figure out as to how to, I need to, connect this. So we can actually kind of just continue all the way on up. Yeah, and those butterflies get loud, man. They get loud. But I figured this would be a nice, great, grand entrance. Now, of course, this guy's always going to appear from time to time. So this is just going to be a thing. Boom. So I need to keep this guy in mind, this caterpillar in mind, for however I'm going to maybe enclose this. Because I would like to build it up to, you know, we tend to like to have our 2 rows, right? Double height. We like to have double height and then have some kind of ceiling, roof. And then I think this would be cool to put a lot of our plaques. I think to put a lot of the plaques here would be kind of cool. But we know this caterpillar is going to show up. So I got to kind of keep it at least a little bit open type scenario.
Could use some lemon slices, but it's drinkable.
Continuing this here, obviously with the same effect, right? And then because we're here, so obviously, like I've said before too, I'm building out of grass because it's cheaper. It can be done quicker. And then we're going to swap it out with the stems over time. But just building out the layout with grass and then swapping out. but I also want to use circles. I don't use these circled bits too much, but because I think around here and with all the circled stairs we're gonna have, the spiral staircases, I want to have, you know, the circled things. So I don't know if this would be a specific room. I was also kind of thinking, instead of, it's like we kind of had here where we got up to a level and I was going to circle all the way around. I thought it'd be cool to just kind of have dotted around the tree, and not only around the tree, but also at different heights and stuff, rooms, specific rooms for specific themes. I think would be kind of cool. I don't, again, not knowing what this would be, but just kind of building this out and seeing what we have and playing around with it. Also came up here. This, I actually brought this over because I thought we could carry more with the red ant, but in 2 you cannot. You cannot. It doesn't give you that ability in this version, in this game yet, as of yet. So that was kind of pointless. But that's why I brought that over here. And then up top, I also kind of got in the habit of going up this way, so it's a little easier on the eyeballs. No, I didn't do anything here, actually, other than I actually started tearing some of this down. Yeah, because we were going all the way around. And I might keep this at least for a bit, again, just to kind of get the height, to kind of see things. And obviously, of course, I can use these bits at some point. I think I'm going to have to maybe do something like this to... Can I reach that and not fall? I don't know if I can reach that and not fall. So yeah, I've been doing some work in between over the last week or so on this base. Let's just go ahead and, no, delete that for now. We'll just delete that for now. So yeah, I like the idea of this potentially, obviously, being like our big museum. I know a lot of people are out there putting up, you know, museums and whatnot because they are cool. But I like the idea of this being that, for sure. Boom. Oh, well, I hit the button. It didn't give me my goods. But I think...
Water, bringer of life.
Yeah. I like the way this is starting to roll out. And then I also had the idea of doing something similar like this, if not the exact same thing, for all routes. Right? For all... although there's 2 more there. I don't know, man. That might be a lot. But maybe one of those 2, maybe that one over there, so that we can get access to this from all sides would be kind of neat too. But as of right now... This is, you know, like the main way we get here is from over in this direction, so this makes sense. This makes sense. But yeah, that took a little bit of time, but it was fun time. It was good time, and in the end, it's just kind of like, hey, I got 20 minutes. Let's kind of hop in, see what we can do, and figure it out. But yeah, so that's kind of what we've been looking at there, which has been kind of nice. Yeah, let me check my notes here real quick. I know. So another thing too is. You know, it had come up in a recent stream of potentially these herd only streams being too long because someone felt like so that they don't want to feel obligated to be here for 3 hours, even though they specifically did say, and obviously I do trust and believe. But they specifically did say they don't think that that's my intent. And that obviously is not my intent. The whole reason why we were starting this at 3 was to make it earlier to help out the international crowd. And then the only reason it was really for 3 hours was to just roll into the night stream, right? Instead of, you know, going for an hour and then having 2 hours off, or going for 2 hours and having an hour off and then back on. But with all that said, I think it's probably not a bad idea to maybe make it a little shorter. To help out with, you know, again, so I guess if there isn't an obligation to feel like you have to be here for 3 hours, but that certainly obviously is not my intent. I don't expect anybody to be here every single minute of every single stream and stuff like that. So I just want to make sure everyone's aware of that in case anyone else may be feeling that. Definitely do not feel obligated, without a doubt. So yeah, so I think we probably will go maybe even if it's just 2 hours today, till 5. And then I guess that does also give me a little bit of a break in between starting the 6 p.m. stream. So it gives that hour in between so where I can actually get a dinner in, not eating dinner at 2 o'clock. And so it gives me a little time to get a little bit of dinner in and a bit of a break before we get into the night streams. And it gives you guys all a break too. So I think that's going to be the plan for at least today, is going 2 hours, and then we'll kind of see how it goes. I know the initial suggestion was potentially maybe even just going like an hour. And I mean, I'm open to whatever. So if you guys, you members of the herd, if you have any thoughts, any suggestions, any ideas for, length, times, start times, and stuff like that, let me know, man. I'm open to all this stuff, and I'll take all that feedback, and we'll figure something out. I also floated out the idea of a couple weeks ago, or not, I think it was a week ago, of either moving the start time from 3 p.m. Pacific to noon Pacific, because that would help out the international crowd even more, right? Because 3 p.m. Pacific for me is still 11 p.m. for people in the UK. And then for Australians, it's even later. So playing around with that idea, and one of the ideas I had was either maybe 1 week it's at noon, the next week it's 3. 1 week noon, maybe we kind of rotate back and forth so it does give different people the ability to, because even at noon Pacific, right, might be a lunchtime for somebody on the Pacific coast, on the West Coast, but on the East Coast, it's still the middle of the workday. So the 3 p.m. might work better for them, because then it's 6 p.m. for them on the East Coast. So we might look into that and play around with that a little bit. And that's kind of what this whole thing is all about. Not only the channel, but also these herd only streams. Is we're figuring it out, man. We're figuring out as we go, and we go off of feedback and testing things to see how it goes. So yeah, so I wanted to get that out there to make sure you guys were aware of that. Let's see what else is there. You know what? With that, let's hop on into. Let me drag this back on over. I did have a couple of videos, and then we'll do Wordle and Quirtle today also. But I did have a couple of videos, a couple trailers that I thought would be kind of interesting to check out. But let's first take a look at the Discord. We like to always go through the Discord, right? So one of the new things that I just added like a few days ago is I added all the socials. So, I actually did go through, and I was finally able to. I mean, it took me a while, man. I don't know why it's this hard, but I'd mentioned like with X that I couldn't log in. I couldn't log in. And this happened in the past where I would not be able to log in for like a couple months, and then all of a sudden it allows me to log in. And then I'm good for a couple months, and then all of a sudden I can't log in. And there's no option for two-factor authentication, and I don't even see an option for resetting a password, right? I don't even get that option. So I've had that with X and also with TikTok over the last few years. But over the weekend, I was able to get, and I got everything reset and set up and logged in, and I got posted on everything right now. So we do have the YouTube, the Twitch, the TikTok, the X, and the Kick. Now, Kick, I am still working on trying to. I haven't been able to work on it, to be fair, in probably a good week or so. But I am trying to get a steady stream going up on Kick so we can get that rolling to kind of see if that may help something. Who knows? But like I said, just a heads up that I am looking, or that we got this all set up, and so this way everyone knows where you can find Godem, where you can find your boy on pretty much everything out there. And I might even be adding some other things like Facebook, maybe potentially Instagram. So we'll see. But I'm also learning as into how to use these things, right? I'm learning into how to use these things. That's not my world to be on these platforms. So I'm learning how to use them. James also says, I think a shorter herd stream with the break before the evening stream is good. Yeah. So there you go. So that's definitely what we're going to do today. Is we're going to do the 2 hours, and we'll cut it at 5, and then we'll have the night stream starting at 6, so an hour later. But yeah, so I appreciate that feedback, man. Thank you. I appreciate that, and always And whether you're a herd member or not, whether you've been a sub for, you know, 2 years, 3 years, 2 weeks, whatever it is, a week. You're like, hey, I this channel does this, and I think it'd be kind of helpful for your channel. Definitely let me know, man. Definitely let me know, whether that's on stream, whether you DM on Discord, or send me a message someplace on one of these socials, whatever. Let me know, because that's the feedback I need to know, right? I'm going off the seat of my pants here, I guess, trying to figure this out. But I'll always take all that feedback into account. But also there are also, just also be aware too, though, that there are some things that I can do and some things that I can't, right? So there's also some limitations with some things. So, but I'll always take any and all kind of feedback into account. So appreciate that, James, man. Thank you. Also, you see over here, I've got this bot here, Me6. I've been looking into Me6 a little bit lately, because what I do have on here, for every time that a new video is uploaded to YouTube, every time a new video goes live on YouTube, or a new stream is scheduled, I guess it is. This is strictly YouTube right now. It is strictly YouTube, because I still don't know how to schedule something on Twitch, and obviously there's no videos on Twitch, right? This you'll get a notification here, right? But I want to have this for everything. I want to have everything in one spot, right? So this would hopefully be X would be once I do go live onto Twitch. I'd like to be able to have a notification here. Hey, I'm live on Twitch. But the one key thing here, and I've been mentioning over the last few streams, is for the streams here on YouTube, this notification comes up as soon as I schedule the stream. So that's huge. That can be huge and helpful for a lot of people that are like, oh, YouTube didn't, I didn't get a notification. I didn't get this, because YouTube's notifications can be broken at best. And I've been kind of alluding to or talking about how this is the best way to be the most in the know, because if I schedule this at noon for a 6 p.m. stream, this comes up on here at noon. And then you'll get the notification, hey, boom, stream, boom. And then if you click on it, then you'll be able to see like what time it is and stuff like that, right? So this is the best way to be in the know for all that. But I want to get everything kind of in here, right? Even whether it's X, some other platforms or whatever, I want to have it all in one spot. And I think this Me6 is going to help with that. It's either this. Because this is, you do have to pay for this, but it's not bad if you purchase a lifetime subscription. It's actually not bad. It's either that or multiple bots, where you get the free version for multiple bots, right? For doing all the different things. But even then, they get limited. So just an FYI on that I'm looking to upgrade this. And then also part of this Me6 is there's potentially additional upgrades to the Discord server that we can probably do on top of just having all the notifications up here for you. So see, I think I looked through here. So we always like to kind of go through here and see what people are posting throughout the different channels. Les had this. Watched the video on the best so obviously this is for Grounded. The best build for Axel. Haven't tried again with this yet, but thought I'd share. It's a Northern Mask, Mantis chest piece, and grub legs. Then using the pinch whacker. Mutations are the Smasher, Parrymaster, or Frenzy, Cardio Fan. Fourth one could be anything. And that looks kind of cool. That looks kind of cool for sure. I love this mask. Absolutely love that mask. I don't even know if I've had that. I don't even know if I have that mask made as of right now. And adjusting the times for Braun. So James over on Twitch, adjusting the times for Braun time zone coverage is also good. Occasionally confusing, since you usually have a schedule plan for the week, maybe posted on YouTube. So yeah. Adjusting the time, yeah, and because that's the thing, right? Obviously, there's no one time that's perfect for the entire world. So that's the thing. So like right now, what we're going on, and I've been talking about is, and I have posted this on YouTube and the Discord, and I think that's it, is Mondays and Thursdays are AM streams, Tuesdays Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays are PM streams, and Sundays have been days off. But I might throw an occasional late Sunday night for, even if it's just maybe for a short couple of hours. Might do something like that. But that's the schedule we've been working on for the last couple of weeks. For those specific reasons, right? Now, even with those, I am taking everything into account and still looking at the data, right? Because right now it's 2 a.m. streams and 4 p.m. streams. Do I need to go 3 and 3? Do I need to go 5 and 1? Right? I don't know, but I'm looking at all that data to see do the AM streams, are they getting more views? Are the watch times longer? Am I getting more subs? Am I getting more maybe new members joining on the day streams? Am I getting more, people are gracious enough with tips and stuff? And then also the activity within the chat, right? So I'm looking at all those different things to see, because right now it's, like I say, 2 a.m. and 4 p.m. But again, do I go 3 and 3? Do I dial back to AM, and does it go to 1 a.m. and 5 p.m. because maybe the stats just are not there type deal? I don't know. That's all the stuff I'm kind of working through right now. If occasionally confusing. So that's why I did post it on those, but to be fair, I only posted them once. But I have been talking about it in the streams. But then also be fair, I've probably only been talking about it, during a 6-hour stream twice. Not everyone's there for all 6 hours. So it's being a little more transparent that way. But then that also does come back to, this, right? And I know not everyone is on Discord. But this really helps because as soon as the stream is scheduled, the notification comes up onto YouTube. And obviously, whether you have a YouTube or not, right? If say you're just a Twitcher and don't have YouTube, you can still see this notification and oh, hey, there's a stream coming up, right? Because the games we're streaming. And then the games that are like the Fallout 4 and the Fallout London, those will pop up here as soon as that goes live. Now, because a member benefit is early access to all videos, that also does mean that as soon as I upload a video to YouTube, say I upload a video to YouTube and I want it to go live for the general public on, what day is it today? Today's Wednesday. If I want it to go live for them on Friday, but I uploaded it to YouTube today, then that goes live to members today, right? Also, if I uploaded and scheduled 4 videos today, and one would go live to non-members on Friday, another on Saturday, another on Sunday, another on Monday, the members would get access to all 4 of those videos today, right away. They get access to those ASAP. I was not aware that that's the way that worked. I always thought I could schedule when members see it and then also when non-members see it. But no, it's as soon as I can only schedule when non-members see it. And then but as soon as I schedule that, members have access to it at that exact moment. So what I don't know is that it might be possible where so in that scenario I just laid out, if I upload a video today and I want it to go live for non-members on Friday, but members see it right away today, I guess I don't know, will that notification show up today, right now, for the new video? Or would that be on Friday? Or would that be on both? I have a sense it'll be both. It'll potentially would be both. So that admittedly might get a little confusing at first, but again, this is still kind of, I want this to be, this channel, this uploads channel, to potentially be, like the spot where you can just find everything. Everything kind of you get a notification here for everything. I kind of like that idea. Coming back to Valheim, so just kind of continuing along with getting through Discord. Roland is still doing some major work in Valheim, and Roland is doing a ton of research. So Black Forest does exist in real life, it seems, and is situated in Germany, just to the north of, is it Basel? Basel. They call it Schwarzwald, which translates to Black Forest. Been there twice, and the similarity with the game is striking. Making it a mining area in the game is apt, though they mostly mined other metals than tin and copper. Then he goes on to say the buildings you find there are massive houses with large slope roofs. The castles, fortifications you find in the region had massive walls, square towers, and from what I can tell, wooden structures on top. Chose the latter for my build, though. I did scale it down somewhat. No need to go through as big as the Germans did. The design comes from an amalgamation of existing ruins I found on the internet from memory when he visited. And we're going to take a look at these pictures. But the main reason, so just, I guess, you know, kind of just following up on the main reason why I like to go through these on these herd-only streams is in case someone didn't see something. And then also, once these herd-only streams do get released to non-members this weekend, the end of this weekend, I just want them to be aware also, because maybe people are not aware that we got a Discord, and then we have channels for all these different games where they can come in and chat, see photos, see videos, and see things like this. So I just want to make you know, make people aware that this is a thing that's out there. But look at this, man. Look at that entrance right there. That looks so cool. So cool. Well done, Roland. And then these are just additional views within this same building, I believe. Yeah, because I think that's that entrance right there, potentially. Very cool. Very well done. Yeah. Roland's been killing it. Roland has been killing it, obviously. He's been doing a great job, for sure. It looks awesome. It looks awesome. Also for Vane, couple things. So we did go over this last week with Petra. That evidently when you zombify, you do not get the teardown effect that we saw from the bodies. You don't get that, but I do really want to put make sure people are aware of, if you're playing Vane, Nerd did come in and he posted all of his maps. He posted his maps for Saranac. So if this is not my way that I like to play, but if this is your way, obviously this channel and this Discord and all this stuff is not just for me, right? This part of this, of growing this as a community, is for this to be for everyone to use as a resource, right? And that's all these that's pretty much every channel, right? Is for everyone to use as a resource, even the suggested games to play. Because if you're looking at, I don't know I want to play something, but I don't know what's out there. Hey, you come here and take a look at this and see what other people have suggested. And that's why I like to go through this channel also, and kind of take a look at these trailers. So if anyone does post something within the suggested game to play, please add a link, if you can, a link to YouTube of either the trailers for the game or somebody playing it. So that way it makes it easier for me to go and kind of look and say, oh, here's this game. Let me take a quick look, boom. And then obviously for this scenario right now, it's easier for us to take a look at this also. But then it's also, again, for the community so other people can see it also. But yeah, he threw up all these maps, and this sounds like a ton of work. So I know at least one of these that he talked about was where every single car is located on the map. Where every single car is located on the map. So, yeah. So feel free to take use of those. But yeah, Nerd, I mean, like I said, ton of work going on there. Also, you'll notice, and this actually is a reminder that we have happening right now, the members only stream. So I do have this in there. So if we change these times, I'm gonna have to go in and change these times, obviously, in here. So that's a nice little reminder for me, I guess. So for sure. All right, let's move on over to, all right, let's watch a couple of trailers. This one I just came about today. I had never seen this, I never heard this, but I saw a couple of people playing it, and I was like, what the heck is this thing? Have you guys heard of Baby Steps? This is pretty crazy. This feels like this is in the same, well, no pun intended, vein as like Only Up and some of those other games. But this one came out, this is an official launch trailer a day ago. It's only a minute and a half. Let's take a look. But it's like a walking simulator, balancing, climbing, all these things.
No, oh yeah, sorry.
help, buddy.
I see how you could think I was in trouble.
But I think you need to get to the top of a mountain.
With the screaming, but I'm not.
You're not?
No, just it was just a playful scream. Like a scream of just normal life.
Oh, yeah.
I think it is recommended to be played with controller.
While I'm here, do you want to get hooked up with some...
Oh no, I'm doing good.
Got some equipment?
Yeah, like
Shoes?
oh,
All right.
Look how insane that is.
oh, yeah. Oh yeah. Yep. Ooh, ooh.
Oh, it's PS5 only. Oh, wait. No, it's not PS5 only.
Oh bother.
I think it said that because this was actually PlayStation releasing that. Because I did look it up on Steam, and I think it's $15, maybe $20. But it's pretty interesting, man. It looks pretty interesting, and it just, like I said, it just kind of reminds me of Only Up. So I never played Only Up, but I did watch people play it, and that was fun to watch. But I was also, I think most people played that. Actually, that might have only been PC. So I think most people are playing that on mouse and keyboard, and you know how your boy is with parkouring on mouse and keyboard. Not good at all. And that was also, I think that was a few years ago when I wasn't even on mouse and keyboard, and so all that jazz. But yeah, baby steps. Looked kind of interesting to check out for sure. And then of course the next one, Silent Hill F. I love the Silent Hill games. Have not played one in forever, probably since, it's probably been decades since like the last ones came out. I know they did a remake pretty recently of Silent Hill. Was it 1 or 2? Not sure which one, but let's check out the official trailer for F.
Enough already! Hinako, your father. Stop sugarcoating it!
Ugh, that reminds me of RE7 right there.
To me! To Tuko! To Mother! Apologize for all the trouble you've caused us!
I do quite envy her, though. I can't believe it was her. I have to say, I'm rather jealous. Why her of all people?
This does seem to be a bit of a departure from the originals, though.
I see. For today only. This will be our little secret.
Ooh, look at that.
But
Say you're sorry! Get on my...
if it happens to remain alive even after today, as your sister, I'll kill you if I must. For his sake as well.
And there you go. That looks like Silent Hill. Whoa. Wow. Look how stunning that looks. Oh, that's very The Last of Us. A fungal growth?
I hate it here! I hate it all. Every part. I'll destroy it all!
I hated my father. But I didn't really like my mother either.
It looks pretty good, man. It's coming out tomorrow. But that looks pretty good. And one of the reasons why I wanted to show that is because we know obviously October's coming up, right? October's coming up. And I know, James, I think it was you that was asking if we're going to do some scary games for October/Halloween. And I'd like to do something around that. I would definitely like to do something around that. So if you guys have any suggestions of games you would like to see that are spooky, scary, Halloweeny type stuff throughout the month of October. Let me know. Throw it in here. And I know, James, you already mentioned that there was one that I apologize, I forgot the game that you did mention the other day. I know you said you already put it in here, so I'll scroll back and look at those and try and find that and take a look at that. But I do have a couple of potential that I would like to throw on a list. And if we can get a list, a decent list, maybe we do a poll to kind of get some ideas, to see, and then maybe go through that poll based on obviously the winner, we would be first, and then if we get through that in time and we have more time, then maybe go to move on to the second place game, stuff like that. Or obviously it could just be kind of fluid as the month goes. But a couple of the ones that have already been requested in the past is like Soma. I was thinking Soma. Another one was Observer. I think that's a scary game that was recommended quite a while back. But I think those are kind of within the same vein. And then James, I think it was you that brought up Resident Evil 7. Resident Evil 8 is on the channel. 7 is not. I like to get 7 up there. I liked 7 better over 8. And we know 9 is coming out in February. So I think my initial kind of plan was maybe to play 7 sometime leading up to that, to the release of 9. But it's Resident Evil. It's October. And Resident Evil just screams October, does it not? It just screams October, for sure. And then another one that I've been thinking about also that has been a huge favorite for me over the years is The Evil Within. I love The Evil Within. I love those games so much. But I thought maybe checking out, obviously play the first one and then see how we got time for the second one. That's another thing. I don't know what the time frames are, right? How long it's going to take to get through some of these games and how much time we have. Because what I do know is in a week, we do have Directive 8020 coming out, which is a Dark Pictures anthology that we watched a couple weeks ago. But I know those are not overly long videos. So we can get through those. We can get through that one pretty quick. But that comes out next week. We can probably get through that in a couple days, I would assume. You like wait. James likes 7-Up as a beverage. What am I missing there? You did watch the Village playlist. Oh, nice. Excellent. Appreciate that, James. Appreciate that, buddy. So, all right. So James, here's a question, and this question is strictly out of curiosity. But if you don't want to answer, feel free not to answer. No obligation to. But again, and it's strictly out of curiosity. No judgment. So I know I'm throwing out a lot of caveats here. You said you'd like to get Resident Evil 7 up on the channel. Yeah. But you because you like 7-Up as a I gotcha. Resident Evil 7-Up. I gotcha. I didn't make that connection. So all right. So quick question, and again, feel free to not respond if you don't want to answer. Feel free. You don't have to. No pressure. But because I've had this come up a couple times where people are like, "Oh, I watched that entire playlist. I watched that entire playthrough that of you playing this game. I just finished this and now I'm moving on to this." Well, when I look at my stats, I don't see those videos being played. I don't see those videos being watched. So, like right there, when you said that you just watched The Village, now obviously I don't know what the time frame that was, but I when you did that. But I don't think I've seen anyone go through. I've not seen within my stats all those videos being watched, even within the last couple of years. I'm just kind of curious. Do you watch through a VPN? Is there anything that's kind of weird or different in the way you watched YouTube videos in general? And again, if you don't want to respond, don't feel that's fine. But I'm only curious because I've not seen those come up as being watched. So that's all. I'm just kind of curious. I'm just kind of learning. And again, no judgment, no whatever. Just strictly out of curiosity. All right, let's hop on into Wordle. And I guess that question goes out to everybody, I guess, not just James. That question would go out to everybody. Are there any, has there been a playlist within the past year, or even more recent within the last few months, that you've gone through and watched? Be interesting to know what people have been watching, because again, I have not seen, because I can see views, right? I can see views and what video is being viewed, and I've not seen anybody go through any full playlist over the past, again, over a couple of years, right? So I'm kind of curious if maybe views are not getting counted. And that's ultimately where my curiosity goes, if views are being counted or not. All right, let's hop into Wordle. We're going to start off with our normal word. And that's not a good start. That's not a good start like last time. Although, if we get a couple of these, we do. Then that actually not a horrible start. If we get a couple zeros, because then we do get pretty limited. Now, what did I go with last time? Let's go. I don't know what my follow-up word tends to be. So I'm no longer looking at chat. So. Let's see. Funky. Time to get funky with it. Evidently, it's not time to get funky with it. I was thinking, can't be skunk. And it can't, because we've already got the K and the S. It can't be trunk because of the K. Can't be trust. Can't be truth because of an H. I mean, it could be Trump, as in like, the Trump card in whatchamacallit, but I don't know if they'd use the word Trump. Truly? Can't be truly. Trudge, that would be an E at the end. I think I'm going to go with Trump. Oh, I didn't even use the N. But we do know that there's a T in there somewhere. And at least now we know where the U is. N-O-U. You know what? Let's get a little bit of music going on this. Not. No. I'm thinking it's something U-N-T. Not brunt. Not grunt. I need to not be trying to do the R. There's not an R in there. Could there be something O-U-N-T? Not mount, not bounce. Gount, doubt. Lount, vount. Tount. Well, we know it can't start with a T. Jount, lount, no. So we already missed our 3. The goal is to always get it in the first 3. That's always the goal. I think in order to learn, I'm going to do mount, even though we know it's not mount. But we can learn this stuff. All right, so it's at least UNT. At least we got that. Which we already kind of knew that. I just threw the O in there. Huh. I mean, there's nothing like this. No, I don't. I mean, so could there be, could an N be double, can there be a double N? Ooh, this is tough because it feels like there needs to be a vowel here, and the only vowel we have left is an I. There's not going to be a double U. Oh wait, we have a blunt. We have BL. There we go. Wow, I can't believe I overlooked the BL. Yeah, I can't believe I overlooked the BL that quick on that one. So let's get this up onto... oh, wait, it's over here now. Oops, no, don't want that, don't want to be opening another whole browser. Oh, close, or keep that open. Oh, I'm not used to having this right here. So let's just go ahead and post this straight into Discord. So we do have a channel for this. You guys are looking to want to partake and participate and enjoy in on the fun. We do have a Wordle. So we're using this for Wordle and Quirtle. But also, if there's any other games you guys think are interesting, web-based games like this that we can kind of do, that's kind of quick, let me know. Let me know. All right, before we take a look at this, let's take a look at chat now. Let's see. James says, really, even liked a few, but I think I finished the playlist a couple weeks ago. Yeah, I have not seen. So I think I did see, like, I've seen the videos of some of the fights. So I did specific videos for some of the fights, especially like the daughters. I've seen those being watched a couple of times. But not the full playthrough. No, not at all. Not actually, probably the actual playthrough of the main story. I don't think I've seen a single one. Now, it is possible that it was watched like while I was sleeping, right? Maybe you watched them all while I was sleeping, and I just wasn't at the computer during those specific times. But you would think over the course of you watching that, there'd be at least sometimes that I would see that video being played. So probably I'll do an even deeper dive of those exact videos and see if those exact videos are showing views. I'm just going off of like there's a couple views, like you can see what's been played in the last 24 hours. Last 48 hours, what's been watched. I don't always go down that one, but then you can also look at what's been watched in the last hour. So maybe I need to do a deeper dive on that. Ad blocker YouTube after a period where every stinking ad was for the THC edibles. Oh, wow. Interesting. Yeah, it's just, like I said, just strictly out of curiosity. That's all. It looks like my Caster Labs is having an issue with chat right now. Did Caster Labs not like, although I don't know why Caster Labs wouldn't, did they not like me asking that question? Let me take a look here. Counts. Yeah, they should be good. It should be good. So fingers crossed. Yeah, it keeps telling me that it's like clicking on or clicking out and then on. So you know what? Let me bring up. Actually, let me come over here. All right, James does not have a new comment since. Okay, so I just want to make sure I'm not missing an additional comment from James. Also, I guess, well, I already have the YouTube separate because we know I can't view the YouTube chat during these streams for some reason through Caster Labs, but that's all right. All right, let's hop on into Quirtle. All right, we got a CH. Not too much here. And maybe I should be doing, I'm sure there's a list of these are the top 5 words to be starting with. And I'm sure there's a top word to be starting with. I don't like to play that way. But I probably should be using starting with a word that doesn't have like an A, S, and E. Because those are pretty common anyways, right? And you can kind of fill those in a little easier. So maybe I need to change my starting word. That might not be a bad idea. But all right, so if we're looking up here at our upper left quadrant, again, I'm not looking at chat. Nomo. Chore. No, we're going to use the E in here. Chai. We already got an E. Chill. Do we go with a double letter so quick? I don't know if we go with a double letter so quick. But I'm doing it. All right, didn't gain anything at all. Hoping we might be able to get another letter within these boxes, but again, the double letter, and you would have the double letter, that's not smart. So it's got to be. We know there's no E, so it can't be chewy. Chowie's not a word. Oh, shoot. We know chore can't be. I'm not going to go with the double. Oh man. I'm not going to do that already. Choppy would be 2 P's. We know there's no A, we know there's no S. Could it be something like cord? All right. We got an R. We got a third letter down here. Dude, what would be here? I mean, what goes? Because then it has to be a vowel, right? Is there a vowel that I'm overlooking, like I did with the blunt? We know there's no A. We know there's no E. Huh. Let's look down here. See, I immediately down here went to Grace, but A cannot be in that spot. How about? I was thinking tardy, but we need an E. So I know Bard. No, there's no E in Bard. Guard would be GUA, and we know A can't be there. How about no C? No D. I don't want. I was could do Raider. No, not Raider. Rated. I was can't do. Yeah, no, not rated. RA. Feel like something X something. Oh, Raven. Oops. Let's give Raven a try. Okay. And we got an N. We got an N. So this churn. Has to be. Okay, we got that. We got that. We know an N goes in the middle. We have also an S. I'm sorry, U. We have an S and an N somewhere. We know where the A goes. We got a D somewhere, but that's not, I mean, that's not all that great. We know where the A and the E go, and we also know where the R does not. So I'm thinking this is something like that. Water. Let's give water a try. So we know R cannot go there, E goes there, A goes there. Okay. Not learning anything over here, man. Not learning anything over here. Pager? So it starts with a G. So it's G-A. Gaffer? Wouldn't Gaffer be two Fs, I think? Gasser? Gazer? Gazer. Oh, this is a little bold. Because we only have, oh no, we only have these two guesses. Yeah, this is not going well. We're not going to get. It's going to be a struggle to get this one. We're not going to get these. So we know this one has to have a D. We know this has to start with G. Yeah, you just get limited because obviously they don't share the same letters. So we got that. What's our best chance to get 3 out of the 4? Like I kind of just naturally kind of think DA down here, but that's rough. We know 3 letters. No, we know 4. Stun. I know that's not a word. I know that's not a word. You know that has to go there. I went to nasty, but there's no U in nasty. Is there any so I doubt it ends with an S. I kind of doubt it ends with an S. So that puts our S somewhere up in here. And then in this scenario, we would need a T. Snout? No, because the U needs to go there. So it can't go OU. Let's go. I mean, I'm kind of, my head's kind of stuck on something here. Or here. I mean, there could be something that ends in a Y, but then we have to get... Snooty is not spelled this way with these letters. X. Oh, so could it be something U-N-T, S-U-N-T, stunt? It could be stunt. It has to be stunt. This is our best shot to get 3 out of 4. We're not getting 4 out of 4. We got 3. Madam. Oh, I would have never, because my mind was going to DA. It just always does that. I always, whenever we got something like this few letters, I always put the second letter right next to that, and I would have been stuck on that for a while. Would have never gone down the Madam route. Would have never gone down that Madam route. I mean, because not only that, but that also has 2 A's and 2 M's, man. That's 2 A's and 2 M's. That's kind of rough. That's kind of rough. Oh, Petra hopped in and hadn't played yet. The unfortunate timing, Petra. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. Yeah, 2 doubles is brutal, man. 2 doubles is very brutal, for sure. Very, very brutal with that. Let's see. Anything else we got? I think we're caught up here. So yeah, we got about half an hour or so. We can go to about 5 o'clock. What all do we need to make this? You know I love my whatchamacallit. The mantis blade. I don't know where this thing is. Oh, could it be in one of these? For some reason? Oh, it is. There we go. Nice. Wonder why I put it there. No idea. No idea. But yeah, I think those games are fun. And once again, Petra, as you're watching this in the future, or oh no, Petra's back already. You got 469. Did you get Madam? What time is it? It is. All right, it's getting late. Let's just go ahead and sleep, and then we'll see what we'll do in the morning. Yeah, but I love those games, and yeah, Petra, thanks for letting me know about Quirtle. Was not aware of that. I gotta let my buddy know. I got a buddy that plays, or at least used to play Wordle every single day. You got Madam. Wow, congrats on that. So which one did you not get? Oh, one thing I have noticed though, he gets stuck up there. He won't come down. Like, I think it's going to tell me that he can't make it. Oh, he actually came down this time. All right, nice. Okay, do we have stems regrown? It's like there's a couple back. There's some back there. Oh, look at that sunlight, man. Look at that sunrise. Yeah, it looks like stems have kind of regrown. Oh. Get back here. Yeah, these oh, that was that. Okay. These butterflies get annoying over here. They're just so loud. And then there's cockroaches that hang out down here, which I might have cleared recently, which is why they're not there right now. Stunt. You didn't get stunt. Okay. I mean, getting Madam is pretty impressive. So well done on that.
Joining the proletariat.
Where that's back there. Come on, I just want to drop this. There we go.
Gnarly.
Yeah, and tonight we are going to be doing. Tonight we're playing Abiotic. Really want to get through that game because if we want to get into some scary October games, right? I'd love to be able to have the time frame to just dedicate to those and to get through Abiotic, right? As kind of ASAP. Like, Abiotic is one of those games where I'm like, I want to play this and I want to get through it, but then it's going to bum me out when we're done. Abiotic is definitely one of those games where it's like, I don't want it to be done, but I want to keep playing it, and I want to get through it to see what's going on, right? That's what's crazy about that game. So even on that game, because I got inspired from our Vane stream the other day, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna finally go in, and I am going to Where's the next one at? I'm going to go in and I'm going to do the larger chests and all that, right? I'm going to get my inventory all sorted because, dude, I don't know. There's something about doing that in vain the other day that was just, I had a ton of fun doing. So I wanted to do that in Abiotic, but because of the way we ended Abiotic in the last stream, I couldn't do that. I couldn't do that. So that's why we've got a lot of work to do in Abiotic. We've got a ton of work to do in that game. So as a quick reminder, or if you hadn't watched the end of the last stream and want to catch up before, we died in one location that I need the swimsuit for to get back to. And then before I could get back to it, I sidetracked myself, go figure. And we died in a second location where the swimsuit is, and so I couldn't go back to the main location because I don't have the swimsuit. And so the other thing that I'm kind of curious about though is, and we'll walk through this once we get into Abiotic later. I don't have my screwdriver on me, so I can't build and tear stuff down right now. But I don't know where the screwdriver is. Like, why would it not be in my hotbar? I don't know why it's not in my hotbar. And I went looking around the general area of the base to find another screwdriver, and I couldn't find one. So I was not able to do what I wanted the other day when I was like, I just want to get in, I want to get that inventory under control, man. I want to get that done. I was going to do that in between streams, but I couldn't because of the lack of a screwdriver. And I was like, well, you know what? I'll just run back to that one area and get my stuff, and we'll just start the stream from there. But I need the swimsuit. Can't do it without the swimsuit. So that means we need to finish the video, the arcade game part, before we go do that. You guessed Mamba, so you knew there were two. Okay, gotcha. I mean, but that's a bold strategy to be guessing even Mamba, right? To throw out there the potential of two doubles. Is there another one out here? Yes, there is, right there. Stems are a little limited over here, although it's not the worst spot. And because of that, maybe it's truly not limited. It's very likely that I just got kind of spoiled with where we're building, although it's been a bit, we need to get back into that, where we're building our ultimate base in Grounded 1. I might be spoiled because of that.
Bikes can't do that.
Let's get those, and then there was some grass to be cut down. I don't want to lose that grass. And I think I want to do an acorn run while these are here. No, I just want to lay it down. Let me place you. There we go. Of course, now we're going to get even more grass.
We'll try later.
Woo! We got you, buddy boy. We got you, buddy boy.
Joining the proletariat.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't have a second Because I don't think I have a second stem. Put these things down. Although I guess we could have just dropped them.
Water? Anyone?
Drink or die. Drink or die. Oh, yeah, we got to go up and drink. Oh, how about some food also?
Smoky, tangy.
We got a few seconds. We got a few seconds.
All full, huh?
All right, we might lose those couple. Oh, I walked right by.
Could use some lemon slices, but it's drinkable.
Not ever a fan of her voice lines. I mean, they do get annoying, but I'm guessing, aren't they annoying for everyone? Once, because they just say there's like 4. It feels like there's like 3 sentences, and they just use them over and over and over and over and over and over again. But I agree, they are kind of annoying. I don't. So ironically, though, that's the reason why I picked Willow in the first game. Is because I'm pretty sure, I know it was Jelly's recommendation, but I'm pretty sure the reason for his recommendation is because he thought she had the best lines. Or the least annoying, maybe, I guess. So it's kind of funny how that worked out, potentially. But I don't get I mean, I guess I get it because it's got ANT in it, but it's like, part of the proletariat. I don't know, that just seems weird. And then the whole capitalism one, I don't get the capitalism line at all. That seems weird. And maybe the proletariat is related to the capitalism line? I don't know. So, James, was that you that was saying that there's going to be October stuff in Grounded 2? So like Halloween stuff starting in October? Is that right? I'm going to forget this stuff is on him, so I'm going to be a little picky in what I put on. So I might want to bring that back. You think that so you do like the proletariat line? I mean, I get it because it's got ANT in it, but I don't know. It does seem a little weird. Weird to me, I guess. I don't know. And does anyone know the exact date of the actual full release for Axel? Got that jump. Get those acorn bits. Whoa. Whoa. Hey there, ladybird. Haven't seen anything on the Discord. I just know that I guess the only thing I think I know is when they released the PTB, I don't know if it was them or someone else was saying that it should be the end of the month for the full release. Yeah, I actually don't need that. I think I need to be making a fridge over here.
Really patch you up. I won't let you die so easily.
Oh, wait, who's he fighting? I did hear her say about the patch up, but who's he fighting? I didn't even hear a fight going on. Oh. Which fire against this guy is probably not good. We're probably gonna die. I don't have. Oh, I think I do have a mask on. Dude, I'm trying to scroll through my hotbar, like in Abiotic.
You've been spared for now.
No one was spared. Absolutely no one was spared. We're gonna lose him for a bit. That's fine, unless I can quickly get out and call him over. Dude, this grass thing is really bugging me. Again, because I did not have an issue to this PTB. They might have fixed this also. Can't just call him closer. Which makes sense. But yeah, hopefully in the full release, the grass thing will actually be fixed. Like where is he? Like I was saying though, I never had an issue until
My buggy's gonna sit this one out.
this beta. Boom. So real quick, because we do have about like, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes left in this herd-only stream. Just kind of a quick recap of what we went over earlier. In case anybody's joining new, I know Patrick just did, and I'm not sure, Patrick, if you're going to go back, but if there's anybody else that's new, one of the main things we went over is kind of, and you can go back and look at it. We don't need to go into full depth right now, unless people have questions. What something I've seen across YouTube, many videos over the last week or so of YouTube not counting views or something based on the restricted mode. And potentially, so yeah, and so if you want to make sure that you know that, make sure you're seeing all videos for all your channels that you're following. Make sure you have that restricted mode turned off, because we even did the test. And when I turned the restricted mode on, it showed that I had not put up a single video in 3 months, 5 months, and I have not had a single live in a month, and I only had like three live streams total, something like that. So just make sure you, and again, obviously do what you need to do what makes sense for you. But if you want to make sure that you're seeing everyone's videos for all those you follow, check that out, and at least maybe check out some videos regarding that aspect. Because it potentially is hurting a lot of creators out there, and like I said, it all supposedly happened. The dates that I saw in the videos that I watched were all the exact dates where my views plateaued, fell and plateaued back to before doing this full time.
Could use some lemon slices, but it's drinkable.
Yeah, and so supposedly this is all due to them using AI to determine age restriction, supposedly, or at least that's the theory that people are putting out there, or I guess at least, or that's the theory that people are thinking. And let's head back to entrance base here. And once we get back, because again, there is about 5-10 minutes left. I'll show the example again, because it is pretty weird. I don't want to go that way. I think we need to go back out and around the long way here. So I guess kind of real quick, Petra, if you don't mind, if you're able to, like when you look at my channel, you just go back, if you go to the home channel, go to the go to channel, and then look at the videos tab. What's the most recent video on that list for you? Look at this guy. Let's drop those for now. Says 5 days ago. Okay, all right. So you're probably in the clear then, I guess. But I don't know how widespread it is. But people, I guess some people have been noticing just a pretty drastic drop for at least the videos that I saw were stating that. They were also noticing that it was on desktop only for a couple of them. The other ones did not specifically state that. But that's what they were kind of noticing. And you can see all the stream history. Well, that's good. That's good. Okay. So just kind of recap in case anybody is new. Just kind of a quick. We don't need to go in full depth unless you guys have questions. But I don't know if I know the answers. But if you guys do have questions, definitely ask, because that'll hopefully maybe send me down another rabbit hole to where maybe I can learn more about this potentially, right? So All right, so right now this is the normal what we view, and I think this is what Petra. I think you're seeing 5 days ago the Axel boss fight, and then you're seeing all of the live streams. So I think that's what you're seeing. So the problem potentially, you had heard about the age restriction defaulting and checked mine a couple weeks ago. Okay, so there you go, Petra. Yeah. So the potentially the problem is it's this restricted mode. If you turn this on, we're still on videos and the latest 3 months ago, 4 months ago, 5 months ago, 6, 7, all down the line. And again, I still say the crazy thing is it's still showing London and Fallout 4, which are all the ones between 3 months ago and today. But it'll show these two, but not the remaining ones, which is kind of weird. And then if you go on the live, then it's 3 weeks ago, 1 month ago, 7 months ago, and a year ago. And then these are channel updates, random channel updates we did 2 years ago. Although I don't know why these are separate. Oh, maybe the stream broke and I had to restart it. I don't know. I'm not sure about that. 6 years ago, 2 years ago. So yeah, with that restricted mode on, this is only what people are seeing. Wonder what are the shorts? So this might be pretty legit, although it's not showing the most recent short I put up a couple days ago. What about playlists? The playlists are here, and I think that's about all the most recent ones. So those are there, but it's not showing the live and the videos. Now, if we come back and turn this back off, they'll all come back. Yeah, see, they all come back. So I also don't know if notifications play into this. I would kind of think notifications may play into this, right? As in, because if they're not going to recommend it to you here, why would they recommend a notification? Although I guess a notification for a stream, although I guess there's nothing for them to restrict that stream at that point, right? Because it's a live stream. So I don't know. But people were noticing that this happened. Some people are saying August 10th, 11th, 12th, and 13th. Actually, some were saying 10th and 13th. And that's all those. I think it was August 12th is when, because we were doing amazing on the live streams. Viewers coming in, we were having a couple hundred viewers. I even maxed out on that Saturday, the 9th, I think it was. Even maxed out at 500 viewers at one time. And then Sunday was the channel update stream, so obviously I wasn't expecting a huge number for that. And then Monday, boom, a drop. And then it's just been a drop ever since then. So I don't know if that's related or if it's other factors. Who knows? Who knows? But I mean, obviously it's bad news for all creators at all times. And I'm not saying, and in no way am I saying woe is me, but it really sucks when you're trying to build something when you don't have an income and you're trying to build. And it was building and growing. And if that's related, that would really be a huge bummer. I'd really be bummed out. Yeah, so sticking with our theme though, I am sticking with, we need to make sure that this is as structurally viable as possible, right? I don't want just the everything floating in the air.
Tastes like crab legs.
So I'm still trying to keep everything structurally, like I said, the way, what's needed. So that's going to be difficult. We'll see how that plays out. Let's come up here and can I make a fridge? I know I don't have the mint shards on me, but what else do I need? Oh, we should have the butterfly scales though. Or maybe I only had the one. Or is this not catching? What was it? Butterfly scales and... I know we don't have them in shards. Pine needles, probably don't have the pine needles here. Yeah, it wouldn't let me. I hit the button. No, yeah. All right, so we do need all that stuff.
Bottled in scenic Brookhollow.
Definitely need all that stuff. Okay. All right, so I am going to call that, y'all. We are going to do the slightly shorter herd only stream today. So it gives us an hour, it gives everybody an hour in between now and the night stream. And then maybe even next week, I might be looking at maybe we do a noon Pacific start time. And maybe we do back and forth. One is like, and noon, and then another one's a little later, noon, a little later, noon, a little later, something like that. But we can always play around with the time frame also, 2 hours, or even if we need to cut it down to just an hour and a half, something like that. So, we're always playing around these things for sure. We're always playing around these things, and we'll dial everything in. We'll dial it in, but the big piece is is I do need your guys' feedback. So again, Petra, I think you were the one that mentioned the other day about 3 hours being too long, and then James basically confirmed that today. But yeah, by all means, everyone give any kind of feedback that you think might help or be helpful for the channel. I appreciate it, and I won't. Obviously, I don't take that stuff personal. I take that as being friendly, constructive criticism in an effort to help build a better spot, a better community for us all to hang out in. So, for sure, I appreciate all that. And then Petra says, "Okie dokie, see you later." And James says, "Break time." Yeah, I'm gonna get myself some dinner in the in-between so that we're ready to go with Abiotic in an hour. Just about 60 minutes, we'll be getting Abiotic. We have a ton to do in Abiotic tonight. A ton of backtracking to collect our stuff so we can move forward. But yeah, that is the plan. But as always, thank you guys. Appreciate it. You're awesome. We'll see you in the next stream, 60 minutes from now. Be safe and have fun.